What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It finally arrived, the DJI Mini 3 Pro. You know, here in the US, we are the last to get them, and you know, we're late to the game here. So just to start off the series of videos, I'm going to do a initial flight just to show it off a little bit, let you know that I do have it, and you can expect more content with this. But here in my backyard, this will be my first flight with it. It is hot out here today, hot and humid, and after doing all my updates and everything, you know, checking out everything, the app and everything, I did notice that this does heat up a lot. It heats up, you know, very hot. I know that you need to be in the air for it to, you know, cool off, and it does shut down automatically if it overheats. So this will be a good test of the, you know, battery and how warm it gets when it's hot out. So just to go over, you know, a couple of important specs here. 4K up to 60 frames per second. You can get 1080p in slow-mo at 120 frames per second. You have all the intelligent features like smart or, you know, focus track. You have hyperlapse, you have all the master shots and stuff like that. Also, you do have obstacle avoidance on here. Obstacle avoidance front, rear, and down below. So that's a brief overview of, you know, some of the specs, some of the important specs that you may already know about. All right, so let me get everything together. I did do my IMU calibration indoors, and I may do a compass calibration right before I take off. But I'm gonna set everything up, set up the camera the way I like it, and we're going to take off. All right, so just hold tight. All right, so we're off, and what do you know, there is a storm coming through. Actually, I think it's starting to drizzle a little bit. Starting to drizzle just a little bit. And this will be another test of its ability to resist, you know, moisture or rain droplets. So quickly, I'm going to raise up and test out the maneuverability. And I'm going to actually go this way. It's right above me. It's a little choppy in the FPV because it's right above me. So I needed to actually point this up. So the drone is behind me, and I'm facing the other direction, the opposite direction of the drone because of, you know, the camera. But so far I'm still getting a good signal. So I'm around the corner here in the field of the school, the baseball field of the school. Just testing out the sticks, and the sticks feel good. They're not as resistant or springy. Well, they're springy, but it doesn't seem like it's that much tension in the sticks as on the N1 controller. And the sticks themselves feel good. It doesn't have the rubber coating on it, but it is grippy. And the controller itself, I like the controller. It's very light. It's surprisingly light. And the screen on here is bright enough. It's not extremely bright, but it's bright enough, and it doesn't dim when in the heat. At this point right now, if I had my phone on here, it would have actually been dim already. But it does have like a heat sink underneath it. I'm not sure if it has a fan in here. I don't think so. But it does not dim, which is good. So I'm going to start recording some footage here. And I am recording in auto. And right now I'm getting yellow bars, and I'm missing a couple bars. All right, now I got it back. And as you can see, I'm flying through the neighborhood, and like I said, the drone is behind me, and I am behind a house. But I can see, if I turn around, I can see the drone right there, right over the field here. All right, so I am recording the screen. One thing I don't like about the screen record is that you cannot record audio through, like, the remote doesn't have a mic, so you can't record audio. But I am recording audio on my screen record through, I have a DJI mic, and I'll just plug it right in. And if you can see the screen here, right here to the left, or to the right, I'm sorry, I don't know my left from my right. Right here to the right, you see headphones with like a microphone on it, that icon there. That's let you know that you are hooked up to the mic and able to record, or hooked up and able to record audio. Now I'm going to put it in sport mode, and I'm going to run from this end of the field to the other end, or back to my house actually. And I'm getting up to 35, 36 miles per hour. Nice. And I'm going to head this way up this street. And if I'm making you dizzy, I'm sorry. I didn't adjust any rates here, my gimbal or anything. Like I said, this is an initial flight. First time flying it. And I'm 57% battery left. And just take it down to the end of this block here, this street. All right, nice. And go back over to the field here. Now I am feeling some rain droplets, but I don't think that's affecting the drone at all. All right, so what I'm going to do now that I've flown it around, I have every bit of confidence in this, the DJI drones. It was this other drone that I had previous to this other mini drone. I'm not going to mention any names right now, but I didn't have too much confidence in. But I have confidence that this drone, does fly and flies well. But right now I'm going to bring it down. I do have 51% battery, and I'm going to test the obstacle avoidance. So I'm going to put it back in normal mode. And if you're not familiar with these drones in sport mode, sport mode disables obstacle avoidance. So I put it back in normal mode, and I'm going to come back down, and I'm going to fly around here in the yard. All right. So I'm going to fly around here in the yard. As you can see, it's already detecting the ground. I'm like 3 feet off the ground almost. And it is detecting the obstacle in front. If you can see in the middle of the screen record, you see that little amber arc in the middle. And when I get closer, you see it turn red. And it's actually directional, so the red on the right indicates that the obstacle is to the right. And most of you guys already know this, but if you're not familiar with this, that's what that is. All right, so I'm going to fly. My neighbors are next door. So I'm going to fly, try to fly directly into this tree here. And I'm going to make sure my safety settings is set to bypass. All right, so you get your 3 choices here, your 3 options. Bypass, which means goes around, and brake, or you can turn the obstacle avoidance off. So I got it on bypass, and I'm just going to fly directly here, and there you go. So it's kind of tight up in here. We got a lot of tree branches, and luckily, you know, it is summertime now, or technically it is still spring, but summertime is just right around the corner. And you have a lot of foliage on the trees, which actually makes it better for obstacle avoidance. If there are thin branches, there's a good chance that it will not detect the branch, and you could nick a branch and actually crash your drone. So I'm going directly in front, through. I'm just pushing straight forward, and it's moving, it's doing all those maneuvers itself. And I'm not going to go up too high because I know there's branches above me here. And it's trying to find a way. I got it forward. All right, let's try this again. Let's see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test out the rear obstacle avoidance and see how well it dodges obstacles that way. I'm just pushing straight forward, and it's, you know, this is actually, this is nice. I kind of like it. So I'm going to go back from the way I came, and I'm just going to pull backwards. And I'm going to raise up. I can see the drone from here, of course, and I'm just going to raise up a little bit. So I'll be at branch level, and I'm just going to go backwards and see where it goes. Hope for the best. Up, going underneath. All right, cool. Let's try this again and at a different angle. I'm going to come back on this angle, and let's see what it does. Now it's going down, avoiding, and nice. Nice. That's cool. So another thing it has is the gimbal can actually rotate all the way up to, I guess, what is that, 60 degrees. Now, that is great. You can actually get some nice, unique shots with that. So I'm going to put it in cine mode, and I'm going to go underneath the tree and see if I can slowly move the gimbal up and see if the obstacle avoidance will just avoid it. Nice. Yo, this is crazy. It's kind of weird looking at it that way, but that's cool. So I'm just going to recenter my gimbal. Now this does have a couple buttons on the bottom, the C1 and C2 button, where you can program to do certain things. I do have it programmed to recenter my gimbal, and the other one is programmed to, I'm not sure, oh actually it's exposure lock. I'm not sure what I started with, but I know I didn't start with 100% battery. And let's see. All right, don't want to get too close to the house over there. All right, so I'm going to send it up one more time. I have 30% battery. And we'll send it up one more time and put it back in sport mode. Send it up. Send it over this way here. Nice. So you guys let me know what the footage looks like. I haven't seen it yet. I am recording in auto, so shutter speed is probably cranked way up. So it may be a little jittery, but we haven't, I don't have any filters yet, and I just heard that DJI just announced that the filters are available. So I'm going to have to look that up. But I am waiting for the FREEWELL filters, and hopefully I can get a chance to review those. Just run right in between this house here. So it's starting to thunder, not lightning yet. So I got to adjust my antennas here. Let's raise up just a little bit. All right, we got some signal back. Go right here on the side of the road. And I'm right here to the left. And I think that might be, we're down to 20%. So one quick thing I can do is probably do a return to home. So what I'm going to do is bring it out here just a little bit more. I'm not going to go over there. Actually, just cancel that. I'm going to go right in between these houses here, maybe to the side of the road here. And I do have, I can see where the drone is. So it's right here. And I want to do a return to home with 17% battery. Now I did purchase the Fly More Plus kit, and I do have the extended batteries. The batteries you're supposed to get like maybe 47 minutes of flight time with. So I haven't cracked open that box yet, but I will, and I will actually do a flight time test with that as well. See how those work. Even if I get like 40 minutes with it, I mean that's plenty of time in the air. So it's starting to rain a little bit heavier now, so good timing. So I'm going to bring this down. I've been flying for like 14 minutes, and I believe I started with less than 90%, maybe around 85%, I believe. I got to check the footage. But it's coming down now, and I'm going to land this, and we can wrap this up real quick. I gotta hurry up and get my equipment in. It's starting to rain a lot more. It's starting to come down. So we'll wrap this up inside. All right, back inside, glasses on, ready to go. And I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. There's a couple more things that I wanted to mention that I didn't mention in the video. The DJI Mini 3 does have an aperture of f1.7, which allows a lot of light to enter in onto the sensor and helps out in low light situations. Also, it does have a feature called True Vertical, which allows you to take vertical video and photos, which is great for TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube Shorts or something like that. I probably will be using it a little bit more for YouTube Shorts. Now, there will be another video coming soon, a little bit more comprehensive, going over some of the features and what it offers. So I hope you guys stick around for that. In the meantime, try to check out one of these videos here, and stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also for future content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.